Hey Taurus, this is Tara and welcome to your mid-March through mid-April Psychic Tarot forecast. Thank you for joining me today. I'm glad to be back and thank you for watching this video. I'm pulling two cards for the last 2 weeks of March, two cards for the beginning of April, first 2 weeks of April. I felt like it wanted to come out, so this, okay. Interesting. Cards are coming up pretty easily this particular series. Remember, this is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So, watch your Moon and Rising signs. They always help fill in the picture, and or if these particular cards don't resonate with you. But, of course, watch the video and see. Alright, so this is a general reading, like I said. Let's see what the messages are for you all. Wow, okay, so we have a life-changing card. We have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is your heart and you and your heart wanting to move towards happiness and joy. You're leaving behind in your heart or mentally what's not worked, what you need to sort of say, okay, that's it, I'm done with. Want to venture into new fields of play or just venture into something new. You may not know exactly where you're going, Taurus, but it feels like you're ready to move forward. Some of you might actually be moving. That might be coming up for you in the near future. For some of you it will be that. For some of you it will be leaving behind a relationship. You know, something that has meant a lot to you, but you're ready to move forward. Now, and it is a life-changing card. Now, it is interesting how we have the Three of Pentacles that comes up beside that. So I always look at how they're placed, right? And when I look at this Eight of Cups moving towards this Three of Pentacles, I almost just want to sort of take a deep breath. This card came up in one other reading, and it has, to me, it feels like a soft approach. It's like doing your work and making money and feeling like you're being of service or that your work really matters. This can be an intern or studying something new, but it doesn't have to be. It can be just the feeling of, you know, hey, I'm helping out. My work is making money. My hobby is making money. And feeling good about that. So it may be that this is leading you to this life-changing situation, is leading you to a happier financial situation, or at least feeling productive and excited about what's changing. Okay, let's look at April, and I don't look at these cards in reverse. Wow, okay, go Taurus. This is exciting. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, which could very well be you because this is an earth sign. It's a court card. The Pentacles are either Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. You know, it could very well be you exploring your physical health, because remember the Pentacles, you have two of them, do represent our physical health, and they also represent, of course, our money and opportunities. And I feel like, Taurus, with you all doing a little bit of exploring here, that the world is your oyster. I mean, that's really a nice little layout for you all. Okay, and the World card is the last of the major arcana cards. It's number 21. The Fool card is, of course, the number 0. It's the first card. It's like a child being playful, like, you know, no worries, no responsibilities as the child goes through life, sees the ups and the downs of life, the experiences that life gives us. And the World says, okay, you're ready for new beginnings and new ventures because you've learned so much, so very much in your in your life. I'm feeling it out. And so this is sort of like this, the full circle, coming full circle for you. For some of you, Tauruses, you're going to feel like new beginnings, new chapter in your life. And it's going to feel really nice. You know, Uranus has moved into Taurus. I think it moved into your sign last year in springtime. And it's the transformation planet. You know, it will transform. So it moved into Taurus last year, briefly went back to Aries, but now is in Taurus for the next 7 years until 2026. So you all may want to do a little bit of Googling on that and see what that means for you. Okay. Interesting. I like these cards for y'all. Let's see what the energies between months are. Well, okay, so this card came up a minute ago for, gosh, who was I doing? I think it was Leo. All right, so we have the Ten of Swords. All right, over, done with. There's some sort of thoughts and feelings that you've had that you're just done with them. You've thought enough about it. You felt like you've been let down. 10 swords are stabbed in his back. I mean, gosh, it's sort of a graphic card, but it's trying to make a point of whatever hasn't served you, or it's not turned out the way you thought it was going to turn out. It's done with, and you can let that go and move on and be this new explorer, world explorer. You know, if you want to put it that way. So definitely some endings in your thinking. Taurus. Okay. So either relationship or career or something is ending, or your thoughts about the negative parts of it are ending. Okay, let's see what's in the crystal for you all. Oh, it feels really really nice. Okay, so what visuals come up? Well, yeah, so the visual I'm getting, and I'm trying to describe this, is a face, and half of the face is really perfectly aligned. The other half of the face, and this is all a metaphor, so remember, as I'm trying to interpret this as I see it. So you all might say, oh no, that means something else. Where'd the person go? There they are. So the other half of the face is, like I said, perfectly aligned. The other half of the face, it looks like there has been some, how do I want to say this? Like trauma to it. Doesn't mean you're going to have trauma to your face. I'm not saying this. Remember, this is a metaphor. So it could mean that, it could literally mean that facing the truth, facing what you've needed to face will help you to feel more aligned and balanced, and letting go of whatever this is that needs to end. That's an interesting visual. I've never seen that one before, but again, I totally feel like it's a metaphor. If you know of anyone who has trauma to one side of their face, then that can be. I'm just saying what the metaphor is. Okay, so what is this? You all have an awful lot of visuals coming up, but I'm trying to take them all in and see what's going on. Some of you all have little ones, probably boys that like to play baseball. That's coming up, a baseball glove, or you like baseball, or baseball's relaxing to you, or you know someone that plays professional baseball. Just saying. There's an awful lot of metaphysical, spiritual essence around you. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. I feel like some of you are going to, and I felt this with a couple of the other signs that I've done, your intuition's going to feel heightened in this Mercury retrograde. Don't you love it? But you know, Mercury retrograde, which started the 5th and today's the 8th, is a good time to slow down and reevaluate and let your intuition, listen. If we slow down, then we can get those intuitive hits. If we're always busy, then we don't get them as much. And I feel like there's an awful lot of could be people that have passed on that are around you, surrounding you. They sure are lighting a beautiful scene. I'm getting 5 lights, but that could just be the circle around you, so it feels nice. Okay, let's see what totem animal comes up for Taurus, if one in fact does. Interesting. I'm not trying to be negative, and again, the messages from the crystal can be totally different than messages from the card, but that's because they're 2 different modalities. But I'm getting that someone around you, either grumpy or very negative, they're either around you or you are associated with them somehow, some way, related to them, you work with them, especially with this Mercury retrograde, I would just kind of keep my boundaries and try not to, if this makes sense to you, to get into their space too much or let them get into your space too much. Yeah, because there's a little bit of the mask I've seen in the crystal before. That's come up with 2 other signs, so don't feel alone, Taurus. Now, the mask is upside down. So this could mean that this could be the same person, someone's not quite honest with where they're coming from, and just to acknowledge that. Like I said, it is upside down with you all. So maybe you've just experienced that recently, and you're like, I'll take them for, what you're feeling about them and not what they're saying. Yeah, I see a lot of you wanting to travel. Some of you, okay, so for some of you this will be travel. For some of you this will be hiking. Maybe you're wanting to do that trail in 1 or 2 of you in Spain. There's also one in the United States in Tennessee. Just kind of hiking, just sort of wanting to. Well, you all are Earth. You're an Earth sign, so just getting out in nature, wanting to be at one with nature and walk. Feels like it would be really good for you. Okay. I keep getting these lights. Any totem animal. Well, interesting. Okay, so the totem animal I'm getting, gosh, it looks like a rabbit. But yeah, it is. Okay, it looks like a cross between a rabbit and a kangaroo. So kangaroo came up for one other sign, but it's not the same kangaroo, which is interesting. Okay, so you might want to Google both of those, kangaroo and rabbit. See how you might resonate with the characteristics of either or. As we know, kangaroos have the pouches and they keep their loved ones, their babies with them. And so that might mean something to you. Rabbits are just beautifully sweet and calm, and I'm sure they have many other characteristics. So, and that's happened as well in this particular series. I had one sign where there were 3 totem animals. It's just like bing, bing, bing. So, see if you resonate with either one of those, kangaroo or rabbits. Okay? Or if maybe you've seen a rabbit lately. Maybe you live in the area where there's wild rabbits and you connect to them. Okay, Taurus, this is an interesting reading. I like your cards. This Ten of Swords, it's not a negative. It's a negative situation is ending. Okay? Feel free to put in the comments below what these cards might mean to you. If you'd like your own personal private reading, then look in the Show More section below at the link to my order page. And I do 30, 45-minute readings. You can do an hour if you want, either phone, Skype, especially Skype if you're out of the U.S., as you know. I do different types of readings, intuitive readings, where I help guide you through intuitive exercises, and medium readings as well. So you all please remember to subscribe if you haven't. I so appreciate those of you who have, and like the video if you like the video. I would watch this video again. I've been telling a lot of the signs this because I feel it's true. You may want to watch the video again in mid-April and see what all life-changing experiences coming up for you. Pretty cool. It's usually to the positive. Always to the positive. Big change to the world. Loving it. Okay, Taurus, you all be well. Take care, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.